Hi, powerful leaders. This episode is from a live training that I do weekly inside my Facebook group called the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders Community. Feel free to join us inside the group so I can get to know you better and I can answer any questions you might have. I just love the live interaction, answering to your question, listening to your stories. There is so much power in connecting in a deeper way, and I really hope you do take this invitation. The way I edit these episodes is really to give you all the value, but if you want to have the live interaction, ask any questions, and get them answered by me, please join us in the Powerful Female Coaches and Leaders community. I can't wait to see you there, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I'm here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Today's topic is all about how to thrive despite your circumstances. So August has been nothing but amazing. Like, I've traveled to Ontario twice with friends first, with family after. It was just a blast. Unfortunately, I got sick on the last day. Like, the hotel room AC was like so cold, and it just dried out the air, and my throat was killing me. I'm like, okay, I'm having a head cold now because of this AC. And this is not the first time this happens to me. I'm really sensible with the air and stuff like that. But I'm feeling much better now. I'm not 100% like healed. Like, I still have like a little throat thing, but I'm okay. Okay enough to show up here, which I'm really excited about, because not only did I traveled, not only was I sick, but I was able to double. Like, as of today, I doubled last month's income. And I'm just so mind blown, because a year ago, if you would have told me this, I would have laughed. I would be like, really? Like, is this really possible? Like, how? Right? Your brain always goes to how. So I'm here today to actually share the how, right? Because my trainings are always so valuable. I always give so much. And I want to give you guys the whole picture. Like, I'm not holding anything back right now. Like, I'm giving it to you like it is. The first thing, believing that I can. That's actually the first thing. Because if you don't believe this is possible, it's going to be hard to achieve it, right? So the first thing that I did is believing that I could. I was like, hell yeah, I can travel, take a week off, be sick, and still thrive. Like, I can do that. Why not? Right? Because my brain, I'm conditioning my brain to look at the evidence. That's always what I say. Look at the evidence of other people doing what you want to do. That's proof that it's possible. So I can believe that it's possible for me too. So that's the first thing. So whatever you're trying to achieve right now, do you actually believe it's possible for you? Right? Do you believe? That's a huge thing. Belief, faith, trust is a huge thing, right? I wasn't woo-woo when I first started my business, but the more I'm into it, the deeper I go into it, it's all a question of trust and belief. Everything is. The other thing, living my best life. I know this sounds strange, but when I started my business, I was so glued to my computer 10 hours a day, pumping out content, burning myself to the ground, doing as much as I could,
just doing all the things and actually not living my life because I was so like 100% focused on getting results, getting client, getting results, getting client, getting results, getting clients. I didn't even like notice my life passing by. That's how like deep it was, right? And that eventually brought me to burnout, which I don't want you to go through because it's not fun. So that's the other thing that I realized is that I was living my best life. Like I was going out, hiking, we went shopping, we went to like restaurants, we were walking, being in family, having fun, joking around, like just living my best life. I know this sounds silly, but it's actually part of it because you are actually raising your vibrations. You're actually saying to the universe, I get to have fun. I get to have the time of my life. And I also believe I get to have the income and the results at the same time. So you see the duality here because our brain automatically goes to, you cannot have this. Like it's either this or that. But then we are reconditioning our brains to being like, no, it can be this and that. Why not? Right? Why not have both? So you see how powerful that is. So I want you to look at your own situation. Where is the duality? What do you believe is possible? Can you believe that you can have it all? Are you living your best life, right? And do you believe that you can also have great results while living your best life? Results won't come any faster because you're working 24 hours on your computer. That's not how it works, right? That's not how business works, okay? So get this belief out of your head right now. So the other thing that I did to actually double my income from last month while traveling, while being sick, while everything happening is having strategies in place. You should have a strategy in place in order to create that income, that consistent income every month. And your strategy should always be giving value and building trust, right? That's the main goal of any strategy, right? And then it's up to you to be self-aware and to know how you love to show up and to know exactly what speaks to you and show up online and put in a strategy that works for you because there's a million strategies out there, right? And they all work. All the strategies work. Right? It's up to you, like I said, to know yourself so well, know how you love to show up, know how you love to connect with others, know how you love to deliver value and build trust. And that's actually what I go through with my clients is sitting down and figuring all that out, right? This is the foundational work. And it's so, so, so important. And it took me a little while. Like, I'm going to be honest, I've tried many different strategies, and it took me a while to figure out the one that actually spoke to me the most. And if you haven't figured what that is yet, I'm doing it right now. I love to show up live for you guys. I love to have that connection. I love to have, that opportunity to ask you questions and have that back and forth, right? And making sure that I'm the most, like I'm being of service and I can serve the most. So the other thing is having new sales and recurring sales, right? So these are two different things. So this is so, so, so important is to have that in place because you're never going to run out of income when you know you're going to get new sales and when you know you're going to get recurring sales every month, right? And for me, the majority of what that looks like is obviously clients on payment plans. Like that's the biggest recurring income that I have, but that could look like different things for you, right? It could look like affiliate marketing, like so many different things, like passive courses. Like it can look, like I said, a million different ways, but making sure you have that passive and that new sales coming in every month is going to set you for success, for sure. And the way we do this, is through multiple offers. At every single level, I have an offer, right? Some coaches will tell you, no, only sell high ticket. Some coaches will tell you, no, only sell low ticket first, or mid ticket, right? I love to have an opportunity at every level. I love to work with clients from all walks of life. I don't discriminate. Like, I don't care if you have $1 million, 10 cents in your account. You are worthy of support. That's a huge thing, right? You are worthy of support no matter where you are at in your journey. So it's so important to have an offer for every single level. And your people will appreciate that. They will be like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I can still work with Marlene. I can still work with Mary. I can still work with Glory, even though I don't have that huge income yet. And I hate it when other coaches say that, like, only high ticket, only sell high ticket. Yeah, of course, it's good for your own benefit, but business is not only about making a dollar. It's not only about making an income. It's about making an impact. You are only powerful as the impact you're having. Like, your impact is your legacy. What does it matter if you have $1 million, but you've only impacted maybe a few people? I want my impact to be so big, right? But that's really personal to me. Like, what is your own personal vision and mission? That's the other thing you have to look at, right? Because that's personal to each and every one of us. If your own mission and vision is different, then go for it and do something different, right? I'm not saying everyone needs to do the same. I'm just sharing what my vision is. The other thing, and the other quick thing I want to say about giving value and content, I'm not going to say a lot about this because I am actually covering everything around content next week in the Visibility Challenge, but I'm going to say this. Every single piece of content I create speaks directly to one ideal client. Just remember that, right? One specific person in one specific situation looking for a specific outcome. That's how powerful your content can be when it's done right. I believe it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I posted on Instagram and this person was like, wow, you're speaking directly to me. Like, this post was written for me. And that's the goal. That's what we want people to say when they're reading our content. Because that same person signed up for a one-on-one intensive with me. So you see how powerful speaking to that one person is? Okay? So remember that. Remember that. The other thing is not to overthink. When you write that piece of content, let it be. Don't overthink things. Trust that how you wrote that content is exactly how it was meant to be written, and it's exactly how your people was meant to receive it. If you spend an hour writing one piece of content, you're thinking about it too much. You're overthinking it, right? And this obviously comes with the experience of doing it over and over and over and over again. You'll get there for sure, but a piece of content shouldn't take you more than 10, 15 minutes. If writing content feels hard, sign up for the Visibility Challenge right now. The other thing that helped me double my income from last month, even with everything going on, is future selling. Future selling is selling an offer that doesn't start for a few months and doesn't require energy on your part, and you're still making money right now because you're future selling that offer. It feels so good. So start thinking about an offer that you can future sell and start selling for early bird at this moment. Like, what could that look like? I'm sure there's some ideas, some offers sleeping inside of you right now. We just need to put some spark in it, put some hot sauce in it, bring it back to life, and go for it. Okay? Let's go for it. Okay? I want to see you talk about your upcoming offers? Can you create an early bird for them? Or give a bonus for them if people sign up now? There's so many different ways to create future offers, but that's one of my favorite ways, for sure. It's so juicy, so good. And the last thing is asking for help, right? We're all human. We're all going through stuff. No matter what your circumstance is, be brave enough to ask for help. So if you know me, you know that showing up is my number one priority. Showing up in this group, showing up on Instagram, like everywhere. And I was brave enough to reach out to Glory last week. And I asked her, like, would you be down to cover for me for the training this week? Because I'm not feeling 100% yet. And she was like, girl, yes, let's do it. I'm excited. So you're actually creating opportunities for others, right? And it's such a beautiful exchange. But are you brave and willing enough to ask for help? Is there any way you can still move the needle forward, still show your people you care enough, right, to bring more collaborations in and still like give that value to people? That's a power move. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win for everyone. And no, that single action didn't bring income directly, but I know and I care about the people in the group. And people can see that. People notice that. And that's shifting the perception. That's building the trust. So do you get where I'm going with this? And yeah, so that's one specific example, but asking for help could look like so many different things, right? It could look like asking your coach for help. It could look like hiring a VA. There's so many different ways to ask for help. But yeah, I just want to wrap this up with, you know, the basis of all of this is knowing your ideal client so well, curating content that speaks to them, and creating irresistible offers. That's all it boils down to. Because if you have all three and you're so confident and you're living your best life, there wouldn't be any reason for them not to say yes.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.